What's up, everybody? It's your old pal Pete from the basement. Solo again. My fault this time. Today's Friday, and tomorrow I gotta work, so the boys and I cannot get together. Sucks, I know. It's a tough day, and because of it, I'm just so far behind on all of my comic book reading. I'm like the fucking Sir Mix-a-Lot of baby got back issues to read, man. The fucking pile is getting like this. Got my new bottle of Tullamore Dew, which I've just poured for myself, because there's nothing like coming home after a tough day of work and knowing you got one tomorrow, and having a nice glass of whiskey. Anyway, but the boys and I will still be reviewing the Avengers movie. I went to the midnight show yesterday, or I guess this morning if you really want to get technical. Had a nice date with a hot chick, and it was a phenomenal movie. It was just a fun ride from beginning to end. The characters worked well, the actors played off each other well, it was funny, it was well put together. I was really kind of worried that the whole made-up alien race thing, and if I'm wrong on that, the Chitara, Thundercats, Ho, whatever, if they are an actual alien race, somebody clue me in. But I've never heard of them. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a made-up race, and I thought that was going to be a bad point in the movie, and it really wasn't. The action scenes were phenomenal. You know how like they do that shit in new action movies where shit's just going by so fucking fast, and you understand like it's supposed to be happening like real quick and shit. They do it a lot with like the Bourne movies and whatever, and just any fucking action movie lately. It didn't happen this time. Like it was slowed down to the point where you could follow it. I never felt like I was like, oh, what the fuck just happened? Like I said, the action scenes were great. The choreography was phenomenal. Captain America throwing fucking karate kicks and shit. There's a cool article I just posted up to the PB Facebook. Go check that out. Excuse me. About Chris Hemsworth and the guy that played Loki, whose name escapes me at the moment. But basically, Joss Whedon, the director of Avengers, went up to them and he's like, fellas, like, I'm not feeling the fight scene. I'm not believing it. So Loki tells Thor, like, listen, just hit me. Just really hit me. So Hemsworth, who's like, what, like fucking 6'3", just starts unloading on this guy with elbows and blasting him with body shots and everything. And the article's all up in there on the PB Facebook and how he's like, he doubles over at one point and Hemsworth looks up at the rest of like the cast. He's like, yo, you heard him say hit me. You heard him say that. That's not my fault. Funny article. A lot of funny lines. Downey Jr. did not steal the movie. Mind you, he did have a lot of the good lines, but throughout it all, like I was just constantly laughing. Like there was so many great lines. It was just I can't even. I don't want to spoil nothing for you. Like, but you gotta see it, and you gotta hit us up. Questionsofpetesbasement.com, Facebook.com/PetesBasement. Follow us on Twitter, please. We do love hearing from you guys. All in all, The Avengers was absolutely a phenomenal movie. I really hope it breaks every single box office record. One of my personal favorite things was the guy that played the Hulk was like Mark Garofalo, whatever. I don't know if he's related to Janine Garofalo, whatever. But he was phenomenal. He played like the perfect, like just awkward, dorky nerd and shit. But what, like that, like he's got that little glint in his eyes. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up, for real. It was so good. I can't wait to see it again. And I have to see it again because you got to stay for the credits. I posted some shit on the Facebook about you know, there's a thing. Like right after the whole cinematic credits, they're showing like the weapons and Captain America's shield, Iron Man's armor, and whatever, you know. And then they do the end scene, the Easter egg, whatever. And then, as far as I knew, time to go. Now they roll the black, you know, background credits. Everything's done. Time to go. Not true. Not true. Exclusively, from what I understand, for the American release, there is in fact something at the end of the credits. This was not in the European release. That's why the information has not been leaked to the public as of yet. But I did a search on Google and I found a still frame shot of what's going on. Apparently it's a little inside joke of something that goes on in the movie. Probably not as, like, you know, detrimental to the overall story as the first Easter egg. But nevertheless, I kind of feel like I got cheated. I didn't know about it and I left the theater. Stupid, stupid, stupid. So I'm definitely going to go see it again. I might have to go see it in the IMAX 3D. Might even have to go see it at the Dome out in Nassau County. Just all in all, a great, great movie. The acting was phenomenal. Loki was fucking great. There's a scene, like, you know what the best part was? Like, they had, it wasn't even like, you know, there were any, like, really major points that you're like, oh, that was fucking awesome, because the whole movie was just one major point. Like, it was just a geek fest from start to finish. There were, like, anything you could want out of an Avengers movie. There was Iron Man versus Thor, which you saw in the previews. There was Captain America versus Thor, which you saw in the previews. You didn't get too much of Hulk versus Thor, which is like one of the quintessential Marvel Comics superhero fights. It was great. It was fucking awesome. The dude that played Clint Barton, that's now he's the new Jason Bourne. That's fucking awesome. That's my alarm going off. My phone is on silent, Steve, except for the alarm. I'm sorry. Nevertheless, my God, the whole movie was so good. Like, as a nerd, you're gonna want to just sit in the theater and wait for them to replay it. I cannot wait for you guys to tell me what you thought of the movie. I really can't. You know the drill, guys. Hit us up. And speaking of the Avengers, check out, now I told you a couple of weeks ago, my buddy Rich Henton does the CGC Signature Series books. I copped this one from him. Just a random Captain America 383, but would you look at that cover, man? How iconic is that? A Cap holding the American flag with the New York skyline in the background, the Statue of Liberty, the Twin Towers, and the Empire State Building. Absolutely beautiful. Signed by Jim Lee, 9.8. I copped that from Rich. Speaking of the movies, I also got Batman 497, both signed by the creators of Bane, Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan. Thank you, Rich, for hooking me up with this. If you guys would like some more information on the Signature Series, or if you want to get in touch with Rich and find out how to get your book signed, hit me up and I'll gladly give you his email address. He's a real stand-up guy. He'll treat you right. He even turned me on to another fella who does, you know, Sig Series books. And I just got this one from Comic Connect. Speaking of movies again, got Amazing Spider-Man 361. First Carnage, 9.8. I plan on getting that signed by Mark Bagley. He's going to be down in South Carolina. And since I don't think I've got any plans to go to South Carolina anytime soon, least of all in June, there's a convention down there. So any of you Southern folk, feel free to hit us up if you're going to that. Take some pictures, post them on the Facebook. Thank you to all of our Canadian friends who went to the convention out in Vancouver over there. Thank you for hitting us up. Feel free to send us any kind of pictures you want. You know the drill, questions at PetesBasement.com. You can send, you know, whatever attachments there that you like. And well, fucking go see the Avengers, man. I can't wait. I'm going to try to go see it again on Sunday, actually. And I think I had one more point to make. Oh, yeah, I did have one more point to make. Speaking of, you know, hitting us up and everything, all of you motherfuckers got the wrong answer. I gave you the hint, bro. I gave it to you. The quantum vortex. What did I say last time? What I said was, this is the quantum vortex. We must risk our destruction in it. Peter O'Toole, you are the man. I said something to that effect. There's your hint. So again, the contest is still open. Whoever gets it right, where is that from? We will send you something. We'll send you some cool shit. Whatever. You know? So we'll see you back here next week for a round table. I'm going to turn you over to Steve for some comic reviews. Poor Steve didn't get to see the movie yet. Ramon's seen the movie. He's going to review that and polish some comics for you. And I promise you, we will have a round table back next week. Hopefully I can get to fucking catching up on some books myself. Again, always great to hear from you guys. You are the reason we do this. You know, these are great. Thanks for watching. Hasta luego.
Okay, so as you just saw, Pete said that poor Steve didn't get to see the movie because when he filmed that, I hadn't. But since then, poor Steve has seen the movie, and it was awesome, as you would guess. The acting, the dynamic between the characters, the writing, everything, even the special effects. Some CGI things look. I mean, obviously CGI is fake. I mean, no one hired a giant Hulk-like person to play the Hulk, but it looked the best it's ever looked. I think CGI in this movie, as far as comic book movies go, um, and it was awesome. I mean, the the anticipation of waiting for Bruce Banner to Hulk out was great. And I don't want to give away too much, or I don't want to give away anything because I want whoever is watching this to go in and experience it all for themselves for the first time. But towards the end, there's a giant fight scene, and Cap is delegating responsibilities to each of the Avengers. And the last one he says is, "And Hulk, go smash." That was great. I almost cried a little. Um, but like Pete also had said, there are two things to look out for at the end. The end of the initial credits with the cast and the producers and all like that. Um, there's a giant geek moment that almost will make you poop your pants. And at the end of the extended credits, there's something that's funny that I recommend you stay for. I'm not gonna say what it was, but afterwards, me and Letitia were quoting. Um, there's a joke in the movie, then there's a payoff at the very end, and that joke we were just reciting the whole way home. So it was great. And not only did I see the Avengers, I got to see it in 3D. So it was great. It was awesome. The fight scene, these came in really handy, and they were great. And the cool thing is about these is that you don't have to once you have a pair, that's it. You go to the next movie and just bring them. You don't have to keep, wasting new pairs. And they're not flimsy as the ones they used to be. Remember, they're just the paper. You like this, and they become like that, and you know. But the movie was awesome. I can't wait to see it again. Even though it ended at 1 o'clock in the morning, we were contemplating staying and seeing it again, even though that wouldn't have worked. Um, so since me, Pete, and Ramon all saw it separately, maybe we can try to all see it together as a group. But I can't. I want to see it again. And I don't really say that about, even though I generally like movies that I see in the movies. I mean, it takes a lot for me to dislike a movie, but this movie I really want to see again. So by far the best. By far the best Marvel movie. By far the best. Definitely the Marvel comic book movie. All right. So in regards to actual comics, Ramon reviewed a bunch for you, as he always does. So I'm just going to talk about the few that he didn't talk about. Daredevil 12, I think it was, came out. It's basically like a little thing about Matt Murdock and Foggy Nelson, how they met in law school and all that, their relationship. And only at the very end does the whole hard drive make a crime storyline come up at all. So it's a standalone, really. You don't need to read it if you don't. It's not necessary. So, but Daredevil's been good. Amazing Spider-Man. I don't remember which one. I don't know the number, but okay, it's gonna come out of my hand. All right. Uh, so that's more editing for me. Why did I do that? Uh, so the ends of the Earth storyline looks like the next one's going to be the end. And from what it seems like, I guess it's not really a spoiler. I mean, Doc unleashes what he was claiming he was going to do. He does reveal to Spidey that his intentions have been bad, and that if he's going to die, it's not fair that he, such a brilliant mind, should have to die the way he's dying. So if he's going, he's taking everybody else with him. So that's basically that. I'm glad Silver Sable's in it. I like Black Widow anyway, and I've always liked Silver Sable, kind of a guilty pleasure. So I'm glad that she's been in it. There's always been a connection between Silver Sable and Spider-Man, so that works out. And then the other one is regrettably, Avengers versus X-Men. Artwork is really bad. It's just stupid. I don't care. No, I don't think anybody cares about it. And I mean, how many issues is it going to be? Probably 6 or 7. It's just going to be like them looking for her now for 6 or 7 issues. Like, who gives a shit? I know I don't. I know Ramon doesn't, and I know Pete doesn't. That's at least 3. So, I think that's it. So go see the Avengers. If you don't go see it, I, I don't know. Just go see it. And then once you see it, go see it again. So, the Hulk did steal the show a couple of times. Steal the movie. What are the phrases? So it was just overall a great movie. So, acting was great. Writing was great. Special effects was great. Great. And here's Ramon.
Here we go. Another week. Segments. We in the basement have lives, and our lives interfere with serving you. But we're here to try. Excuse me. Now let's move on. First off, Avengers, awesome movie. I'm pretty sure Pete's doing his whole segment on that, so I'm gonna leave it alone. It's just wow. Just wow. I'm going to see it a couple more times again. I highly recommend you guys do it. Now, this week saw a bunch of new books from DC. Avengers vs. X-Men, which I'm not going to review. Not going to review. Just don't want to. Let's get on with it. Action Comics number 9. The Superman of Earth 23 is a brother. Yeah. And he's badass. Like, he's like what Superman should always be. Like, even what previous regular DC Superman should have been. Like, on point. You know, just wow. Just wow. It was a good book. Yeah, and I'm giving Grant Morrison credit. Don't spoil it. I'm having a good week. Have my free comic book stash and everything like that. Wait, that'll come up later on. Night of Owls, the best event going on right now. Period. Batwing number 9. Now I stayed away from Batwing. I don't agree with this whole Batman of Many Nations thing or Batman Incorporated. Okay, some parts of Batman Incorporated are interesting. I just don't want to see. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't work for me. This is an interesting book. You see the Talons, yes, that's what they're called, fighting Batwing, and Batwing is just a black Bruce Wayne, angry, trying to get revenge or something, yada yada, whatever. It was alright. I'm picking up 10. I don't know, maybe. Give it a chance. I gotta give it a fair chance. I mean, should I have jumped on a 1? No, I don't regret that, but it is what it is. Detective Comics number 9. Freaking the Talons breaking into Arkham, and this was good. This was really nice. It's just damn, like, Black Mask is interesting. Dr. Arkham is, fucking nut. He should be locked up along with his inmates or whatever. It's just good. Again, Night of Owls, best event right now going. Doll H number 1. It's weird. I'm almost expecting this from like a Vertigo. Like, just damn. Like, really? Like, alright, so this guy who's pretty much a loser and also fat as fuck. Remind you of anybody? But he smokes. I don't smoke. I'm not knocking on the door like that of death. Anyways. So his friend gets into some trouble and he just goes to the phone to ask for help. What happens? He turns into some weird, grotesque monster of smoke and stuff like that, and it's just he saves his friend's life and all this other stuff. And next he does it again. He turns into some other guy who's like uber emo, like oh my god, and it's weird. weird. Like, again, I expect this from the Vertigo brand, and here's DC doing it, and I'm like, okay. You have me. You have me. I'm curious. Very curious. I'll be around next week. Okay. Hands down, book of the week. And unless something really good comes out next week, which I haven't checked yet, it's gonna be book of the week next week. I mean, really, unless the Avengers movie can be considered a book, in which case that's like book of the year. But confession, I was reading F2, number 1, and this never happened to me before, but I almost cried. Almost, I got a little teary. I'm almost embarrassed admitting this. Almost, oh man, we cried. But I didn't see this. The cover, the epic begins. Ooh, no. Before shit begins, shit ends. That's all I'm saying. If you're not picking up this book, go find a copy. Go find a shitty second printing later on. And I don't like second printings, but find one. Just get a digital copy. Something. Borrow your friends. Go to the freaking library, see if they have it. Just read this book of the week with an exclamation point. Damn it. I almost cried. It's just damn. Surprise of the week. GI Combat. Now, normally I wouldn't bother with this. I don't really care for war comic books. But I was like, okay, fuck, I'm picking up all the other ones, right? Alright, the main part is okay. Just, G.I. Joe meets Savage Land, except in North Korea and DC's imprint label. What really got to me was the Unknown Soldier backstory, which was really cool. I liked it. I'm really interested. It's like a soldier meets Punisher, which is, Punisher in a war zone. And it's like, I liked it. I actually did. It's, whoa. Teen Titans, The Culling, Part 1 of 4. This is their annual. Teen Titans annual number 1. Excuse me. The Culling, Part 1 of 4. How does Ramon feel about this? He's okay. I mean, because of this, it's a big crossover. So next week I gotta pick up Superboy, which I haven't done yet. So, but I like the way DC's organized. The DC label books over here, the Bat books over here, the Superman books over here, and the Earth 2 books, the Multiverse books are over there. So let's see how this works. Let's see. Interesting. They had Legion in this. They had the Ravagers. They had Teen Titans, obviously. Let's see. They even introduced Warblade, which was very interesting to see. Warblade, he's of Wildcats fame, and I'm like, wow, where's Backlash? My favorite Wildstorm character, Backlash. Where the fuck is he, DC? But anyways, that aside, this is some good stuff. I can't wait to see other Wildstorm characters show up. Hopefully better than they're doing what I feel is Gen 13 in other books, but whatever. Let's move along. World's Finest, Huntress, Power Girl. I like the fact Huntress got the main title. Good for you, girl. Number 1. This is Robin and Supergirl from Earth 2 after the shit hit the fan in Earth 2. Read Earth 2 number 1, damn it. So they're on our Earth. And this is the first time we've seen Huntress. We saw her in the Huntress miniseries a while back. And this actually picks up after that, I believe. And that's really it in a nutshell. It just shows who they are, what they're doing, what they're up to, and so on and so forth. I'm pretty sure sooner or later Huntress is going to run into Batman of this universe, which is her dad in the previous universe, because she stole some money from Bruce Wayne Corporation. I'm sure Batman noticed it. Batman is Batman. He notices his shit. So let's see what happens. Eventually he confronts her and see what's going on, and if he realizes that's his daughter he's talking to, his other daughter, or whatever the fuck, Let's see. It's an okay book. Yes, Power Girl's boobs are not all out. Yes, I noticed. Yes, I'm not too happy about it. But if DC's going to be serious about putting their women out there, comics period, and you want to cover her up, because that was kind of like, it was detrimental. Detrimental? It was keeping her back, her boobs being out there like that. Who's going to take her serious? Fine. Put them away. Push female characters out there. That's fine. They don't have to be TNA. Go for it. Next we have The Spider, number 1. A Dynamite Entertainment classic. Alright, don't call shit a classic until it fucking sells a lot and people love it. Okay? Simple as that. But that aside, Spider's a damn good book. Really good. Violent, gory. Story's interesting as shit. I really liked it. And, DC's really stepping up. I mean, Dynamite, excuse me, is really stepping up a lot. And I'm really happy for, like, the independents, because Marvel's dropping the ball. Certain books, which are regular monthly classics, like Daredevil, that came out this week, not reviewing it, because it's a fucking monthly classic, doesn't need to be reviewed. But overall, between these events and shit, Image has stepped up, Dynamite has stepped up, Valiant came fucking back. We'll get to that later on. Good timing all around. Spider, good. Marvel one shot, Exiled, part 1 of 5. This is Thor and the cast from Journey into Mystery with the New Mutants. Now you may think, hey, what the fuck, really? But one of the New Mutants is Danny Moonstar, who was Valkyrie, and there's a connection there. Obviously, Valkyrie, Norse, okay. And also, there's the whole famous Guardian Wars back in the day. And that was a little good book there that happened. There's a crossover. So they're kind of touching on it again, and it'll continue in Journey into Mystery and New Mutants. This is 1, so maybe it'll be 2 in each book. So far, it's pretty good, actually. It's a nice, decent little story. They're trying to finish off a little aspect of what happened recently in Journey into Mystery with some dead she-eating females. Let's see. Wolverine and X-Men Alpha and Omega 5 of 5. This finally comes to the end. Well drawn. It's a good little book. It's not unbelievably necessary to pick up, but it's nice. And what I like in the end, spoiler I guess, is Wolverine just says, you know what, fuck it, I'm putting my kids in danger. He pretty much forces Quentin Quire to, like, you know what, 2 days? A couple of days out of the week, you're going to train me in psychic defenses, because I'm sick and tired of having my brain hacked by everybody and their mother. That's good, even though in Wolverine regular series is kind of what's happening to him, but whatever. Continuity's sake, well, Marvel, continuity, my ass. Last book, Manowar #1 from Valiant. Alright, I was the first one to laugh when I heard Valiant's coming back. I'm not gonna lie. Ha ha. But, I liked it. It's good. I actually wanted more of it. There was a lot of backstory, which is what issue 1 is. It almost makes you want an issue 0. But, it was good. The covers are lied. He doesn't even don the armor yet. But, the alien armor in this. But, whatever. I hope you all hit the shop. There was a vast amount of books given out today. And I am looking very forward to reading all this. As you can see, I'm going to be busy for the rest of the night and tomorrow and probably the rest of the week. But overall, the books for the weekend, I hope you guys go out and support Avengers. Word of mouth is going to make that movie crazy. It already is crazy. It's just, forget about it, you know? That's all. I'll see you guys. Have fun. Take it easy. Take care.
What a fucking day. What a fucking day. And it ain't over. Card. Yow. That sucked. There we go. Had a nice date with a hot chick and went to see the movie. And it was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Basically, just a fun ride. This sucks.
But we're here to try.